How thick and lush this grass is. You watch in about a day, maybe 2 days, there won't be an ounce of grass here from the pigs. It's a little too wet for the sheep and cow. I know I've said that in other videos. This is under the timber here. So the pigs are gonna love it and they'll eat every bit of it and stomp the rest. So we'll get them in. It's kind of snaky anyway, so they really do need to be in it. Get rid of it 'cause it's close to the creek. The kids always like running down this way. And this is where moccasins like to be. So these pigs will eat those moccasins. More than that, just clean up around here. So we're gonna get them moved. You see it? See where they're coming from across the creek over there by AA. So let's get them moved, get some water done to them, and go check out everything else. We have trained our pigs so well to move. They move with that bucket. No matter where they see it, that's their scrap bucket, milk bucket. So train your pigs like you train your cows. Follow the bucket, ain't that right? They've done good because lately it's not like we're chasing them as much as we used to, huh?
Well, I wouldn't jinx it.
Let's don't jinx it. All right, let's go get them moved. Pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Aiden, shake the bucket, bud. It's off, Sailor. Go, pigs. Come on. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Let's go. Let's go. Call them, eh? There they go. All right. That was easy enough, wasn't it? They do really well. They used to not. This is supposed to be the most stressful part of our day, but they have done excellent. So train your pigs like you train all the rest of your animals to a bucket, and they will go a-running. Done. And also what we do, we always take one step ahead. So since we got them in this paddock now, instead of waiting and putting this fence up later, I'm gonna go ahead and move this fence to the next spot. So it's always you're moving towards the next one, and that helps you become better at your rotations. And also they get used to it because they're used to seeing me move. They're used to seeing their next home, and it makes it easier. It really does. You know, I told you it was low. They've done found a little spot they're gonna waller in, which I'm okay with because again, this is not yard. This is not gonna hurt anything, and I knew they were gonna make a waller over there, so I'm letting them enjoy it. But they'll eat all this grass. And look, you can barely see them over there deep in that hole. Little babies. I love watching the pigs eat grass and eat those ferns and those weeds. Look at them. And, you know, it cleans up everything, makes everything look good. But then on top of that, they feed themselves by foraging. You know, these are not known to be foraging pigs. These are not. Our American guinea hog are. But it's amazing how we've developed them in the forest. And they seem like they've become, at first they did not want anything to do with grass and weeds and anything but just feed. But over time, they've come to really enjoy the grass and all the things that nature grows for them to eat. You know, look at where the pigs just come from. I mean, look how good they tilled all this up. Look at that. I mean, that just makes this forest where you can see snakes. You can try to grow better quality undergrowth. They've not been in that area. That's the next area they're going to. You see the pig, you see that's the next paddock they're going to after this one. Then they'll move under this little tree right there by the creek, and then so forth, all the way back in there again, rotation. So they're almost making a whole rotation within about 3 acres. It's taking them almost, gosh, weeks to do that. They started here originally, then worked their way all the way down. Then what we did, we cleared out. If you remember, we started clearing out underneath it and we put them over there. Then they worked all over there where that old red bucket is in front of the creek. Now they've started over here. They've got all this done right here. And now they're starting on the backside. There's 4 mini paddocks in this because the creek divides the road and the creek divide it. So it makes 4 perfect little crosses. So once these trees come down, these will be cow pastures. So we're letting the pigs just eat it, enjoy it, because see, I have those a whole other set of pines back there that's darker underneath right there, hadn't been cleaned out. So that's going to be the pigs' future home. Not these pigs, because pretty much they'll end their life probably over the next few weeks right here. The boys anyway. The girls and the American guinea hog will maneuver back there. But just a blessing to let your animals work for you. If I can teach you anything about homesteading, because there's so many people out there that can teach so much more things and wisdom, but if I could say one thing, let your animals work for you. Don't let your animals be pets. They're not a hobby farm. If you let your animals work for you, you take care of them, they'll take care of you. You think about this. Let's take the cow, for instance. Let's just think about this just for a second. There's a bug on my face, sorry. Let's think about that just for a second. The cow will pretty much eat the grass. They're eating the grass ultimately to either fatten themselves up to feed you or to provide milk for you, also for their babies. So now you've got the cow eating the grass, cutting the grass. At the same time they're cutting the grass, they're laying down massive loads of manure, which is adding nitrogen and fertilization back to the ground. The cows eat organic and non-GMO feed, so the manure is clean and non-toxic. The grass that they're eating has not been fed with any kind of fertilization other than what's natural. So they're eating natural grass, laying out fertilization that's natural, feeding us natural milk, feeding their babies grass-fed natural milk and grass, then laying the manure back down to grow the grass again. If that's not regenerative agriculture, I don't know what is. Same thing with the pigs. The pigs will provide bacon and sausage, but ultimately they're cleaning out the land too. They've tilled our gardens. Every garden that we have right now, the pigs tilled them. The pigs made it like they are. Chickens, same way. So it's amazing to use your animals to do the work for you on the farm. A little more harvest, another 5-gallon buckets of tomatoes and some okra. Of course, way too many cucumbers, squash, and zucchini. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. So cucumbers are coming to a close end. The peas are coming to a close end. Okra's still jamming. Peas and squash and zucchinis are pretty much playing out. There's a little bit more soybeans right through there. Maybe one more picking of butter beans. And these peas are pretty much played out here. Now, there are some red rippers still growing, but we're gonna go and finish them up too. So, well, the humidity is no fun, but what do you think about all this grass that's growing, Mom? Mama, they're not dogs. They don't care to be watered. Look at all this grass. Look at that. This field is ready for them to come in. I just keep holding it off because they still got grass where they're at. Look at that. Look at all that grass. Is it warm?
Hot.
How hot is it? Like, how hot is it? When people don't understand South Sip.
We've been out here for 15 minutes and I'm sweating.
I am too.
Don't let anybody tell you can't grow peppers tight. This is that raised bed. This is a 4x8, but this is all peppers right here in the middle. There's some dill right there. Some mammoth sunflowers that are kind of playing out. The rest are broccoli seed. Look at all these. Look at these peppers. Can y'all see them? All those little green peppers all through there. We've got some red peppers starting. They're not turning to red yet, but look at these bales. We've already picked, man, 10 or 15 bales. Here's some more bales down here. But this is a tight little bed. We got these things planted probably 6 inches apart, and they're doing phenomenal. Look at all these. Look at all that. Doing great. This is our best year of peppers. It's really our best year of mostly all our garden. Look at that. Look how gorgeous those little jalapenos are. They're great. I'm just joking. Okay, so we've got our jalapenos in the dehydrator, and Misty's already cut up the bells, and they went into the freezer. We're saving seeds out of the jalapenos. Misty, is this the bell peppers over here? That's all the bell pepper seeds that we're saving too. Lick your fingers. Try to lick this. Lick. I just did. No, you didn't.